Anybody have any questions or
Can I
comments?
ask a question? This March 13th date, that's a Saturday. Is that,
Well, I didn't plan on doing it on Saturday.
okay, good.
Probably just looked at the calendar wrong. So it's sometime that first Tuesday in March.
Great.
Is what that's supposed to be.
9th,
Second Tuesday in March, second Tuesday.
the 9th, yeah, great,
Oh, is it the 9th?
yeah.
Okay, that's when it's
Change it right
supposed to
here,
be.
won't we? Spot
I'm
correct.
sorry.
Uh-uh.
We'll definitely look at that. Maybe, in fact, by the next meeting, maybe we'll have some ideas of how we might want to proceed on that, because some of the elements we don't really dwell that much in, so maybe we ought to take some of the highlighted ones and start working on those. Any other questions or comments just on the process at this point and how we might proceed? There's no decisions to be made tonight or anything like that. It just,
Dale, can you say anything about goals and objectives? What's the difference between a goal and an objective? Because I can
Goals
never
are
remember
the,
this. It seems like-
goals are usually goals that are set within the plan elements such as transportation. A goal is usually a long-range place that you want to be maybe in the next 20 to 25 years. The objectives is how you obtain that goal. You know, it's the incremental parts that you look at that helps you achieve the major goal that you want to be in whatever period of time you're looking forward.
Much like the difference between strategy and tactics.
Right.
Okay, great. So, commissioners, our assignment is to get your hands on a comprehensive plan.
Yes, if you don't have it, just take something tonight, write your name and address on it, and I'll see that you get a copy. We'll deliver them or mail them, either one.
I wonder if an outgoing commissioner might have one they'd like to hand over.
It's a good possibility.
Might be something to check into, just save copying.
Yeah, this thing's about 160 pages, and so.
And I wonder if the library has a copy in it. I think it'd be great if they
Always put a
had.
copy. There's one over,
Great, okay.
we always put a new copy over there.
And then, when you get a copy in hand, look at it, think about what would be 5 broad areas, and also what you think ought to be in there for goals and
You know.
objectives. That-
We've also got maps that go along with them. Now, the maps themselves are usually printed separately, so I'll have to print those out separately for you because they're larger, so you can see them. So maps are part of it, such as future land use, existing land use, transportation maps, bikes and sidewalk maps, and all the different kinds of maps will be part of it. And so we'll try to get those for you too, so you can start looking. You know, last time we did our annual review, one of the major things that we did was reduce, if you remember, we reduced our amount of high-density residential within the city by a fairly substantial amount, by a certain percentage. I remember doing that because we felt like we were oversaturating with high density, and which has proven to be pretty true. We're starting to see now that apartments have really slowed down, and the occupancy of those apartments have slowed down even more. And we did a survey a while back of landlords just to see what kind of occupancy, and they're down around 70% right now. Just, still some empty units out there, so.
Yesterday was the 251st birthday of Robert Burns, who wrote the lines, "The best laid plans of mice and men gone off to gley," which makes me think about how, since this comprehensive plan was put together, we've had much more emphasis on catastrophic climate change and being resilient as a city and being a transition town. And then along comes this whole big economic thing, which makes you think about all different ways about economic development. So this is a classic case of why you might not want to wait 5 years before you get
true.
it down and dust it off and go over it again. So
Okay.
very timely.
Anything else? Mr. Chairman, I put the second item down there. I thought maybe I know you was on this committee. That's something we want to resurrect and get started again on, is the bikeways and pedestrians ways. And maybe even doing a little bit of merging in some form or fashion, because I know there's also a committee, BPAC, that's working on this too. So maybe we might want to merge some of those together to
Yeah.
talk about future bikeways and future pedestrian ways. And one of the things we found some time back is we need to probably do a little more with our language within our land development